Hi everyone, I am Federico Cernera, a PhD student at the Sapienza University in Rome, and I'm going to present to you Ready Aim Snipe, an analysis of sniper bots and their impact on the DeFi ecosystem. The other authors of this paper are Massimo Morgia, Alessandro, Alberto Mongardini, and Francesco Sassi. So, with the emergence of the decentralized finance, and in particular with the liquidity pools, hundreds of tokens are listed on liquidity pools every day. That's because the liquidity pool gives the opportunity to each user of the blockchain to create their token, but most important, to make it tradable. And often the token of this price, the price of these tokens can skyrocket in the first second after the listing. So an investor faces two challenges. The first one is to find the right token to investing in. And of course, once he found the token, he must be fast before the price skyrocket. So to bypass these two challenges, the users of the blockchains are starting to use these sniper bots, which are automated tools designed to buy tokens before anyone else and as soon as possible. During my presentation, we will see the different strategies implemented by the sniper bots. Then I will talk about the countermeasures that the developer implement to try to limit the sniper bot actions. And at the end, we will see the impact of these bots on the DeFi ecosystem. So first of all, the data. To understand this phenomena, we choose to leverage GitHub. Everyone here, I think that know what is GitHub. And first of all, we research on this platform by keyword. The keyword that we use are sniper bots, sniping bots, or other similar variations. And after this research, we ended with hundreds of repositories that, of course, are impossible to analyze manually. So we decided to analyze only the repositories that have some kind of popularity. We choose to analyze only the repositories with 15 or more stars. And after this first filter, we ended up with 70 repositories, but not all these repositories contain an open source code or are about sniper bots that buy tokens. So we removed these two kinds of repositories, and we ended up with 28 repositories, which are our sniper bots. Analyzing the sniper bots, we discovered that there are two types: single target and multi-target. The single target work on one token at a time, and this token is selected by the user of the sniper bot. Instead, the multi-target sniper bots are fully automatic, and the goal of this multi-target is of these sniper bots is to buy as much tokens as possible, hoping that one of them or few of them will gain great value in the future and then take a huge profit. Here we can see the three phases of the pipeline execution of the sniper bots. The second phase in blue is optional. This means that only some sniper bots of our dataset implemented. So in the first phase, the sniper bot, the goal of the sniper bot is to find the right liquidity pool where to buy the token. And to buy the token, to find the liquidity pool, they can use two methods. The first one is called mempool scam. With this method, the sniper bot try to find inside the mempool the transaction that add for the first time the liquidity to the liquidity pool. Instead, with the event log monitoring, they research a specific event emitted by the smart contract, which is called pair created. This event states that a new liquidity pool is being created, but there is a second phase where the sniper bot asks to the smart contract of the liquidity pool if there is liquidity inside. If the response is yes, he can proceed to the second or the third phase, depend by the sniper bots. scam protection phase implemented by only some sniper bots. Here we see just one method. The most used is called trial trade, and is used to try to avoid to buy tokens that are impossible to resell. So first, the first step is that when the sniper bot buys a small amount of the token, then immediately after try to resell this small amount, and if the step 2 is executed correctly, then he proceed to buy the desired amount of the token. With the phase, of course, is the most simple one. The sniper bot buy the token, but the user has to specify, of course, the amount that you want of the token and the maximum accept slippage. To perform this phase, he interact with the smart contracts of the liquidity pool. We can think about Uniswap for Ethereum or PancakeSwap for the Binance Smart Chain, and it's very simple. He performs a swap, he received the token back. So, of course, as you can understand, the sniper bot have a huge advantage respect to the human because they can read the mempool and they behave according to what they find in the mempool, what a user can impossible do, or it's very, very difficult for a user, for a human. So for these reasons, the developers of the tokens implement countermeasures. There are 3 types of countermeasures. The first one is the disabled trading at launch. This means that it's impossible to swap inside the liquidity pool in the first n blocks of the life of the liquidity pool. And of course, the number of blocks is not standard, is decided by the developer. With the second method, that is called token amount limit, is impossible to acquire an amount that is over a certain threshold decided by the developer of the token. And this is this is done to prevent whale, but at the same time hinder the sniper bot actions. And finally, we have the gas price limit, where each transaction that used a higher gas price respect to a threshold is blocked. And this is done because of course, a sniper bot know how much gas price is used by the transaction that add the liquidity for the first time. So he used the same gas price minus the small amount possible. So he is the immediately next transaction. But we discovered that some sniper bots implement what we have called advanced features that are mechanisms that try to bypass these limitations. The first 2, wait time blocks and check trading enabled, are used to bypass the first countermeasures, the disabled trading at launch. Meanwhile, the multiple buys is used to bypass the token amount limit. We didn't find advanced features to try to bypass the gas price limit. So with the wait time blocks, the user of the sniper bot select the number of blocks that the sniper bot must respect before to try to buy the token. With the check trading enable, which is an automatic mechanism, the sniper bot constantly ping the smart contract of the liquidity pool, and when he see that the price of the token is changed, he knows that someone already swapped inside the liquidity pool, so he can swap inside he can buy the token. Instead, with the multiple buys, the sniper bot don't perform just one transactions and to try to buy the desired amount, but he split this amount in multiple transactions to try to stay below the threshold imposed by the developer of the token. Of course, this cost the fee are more high because the total fee spent by the sniper bot are higher because you need to perform more transactions respect to just one. Now that we have seen the theoretical part of the sniper bot, we try to understand the impact of the Sniper bot on the market, we analyze two blockchains, Ethereum and the Binance Smart chain. Why these two blockchains? Because are the chains that are used by the Sniper bot to perform their actions. And we analyze only the addresses that serially take advantages of the Sniper bots. Here in this table, we can see that we identified 161 addresses on Ethereum and 819 addresses on the BSC, sorry. As we can see, the phenomena is more present on the Binance Smart chain, but in an opposite way, the addresses on Ethereum invest on average much more respect to the BSC1. And at the same time, this trend is confirmed by the gain that they take by their operations, because as we can see, on average, they take a gain of $1,132 respect just to $34, but they risk more on Ethereum because when they lost much more money respect to the one on the Binance Smart chain. And finally, as we can see, on both chains, they invest more than 10 millions, but on the Binance Smart chain, then they invest in total 18 and plus millions. So in conclusions, we have seen all the strategies that the Sniper bot used to purchase the tokens. I explained to you the countermeasures that the developers start to implement to try to limit the use of these bots. And we have just seen that they are used in a more widely used on what we can call cheaper blockchains. And this is just because the fees are lower respect to the Ethereum or other type of chains. And that's it. Thank you for this. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, thank you very much for the interesting talk. Are there any questions in the audience? Yes.
Just wonder is this similar to IPO on the pricing or when the coin listed?
Similar, not the same, but similar, yeah.
Okay, so the price increase will be permanent or there will be
no, they can drop very quickly, of course.
So this is taking advantage of temporary price.
Yeah. I didn't tell you all the things, but some Sniper bots can resell in an automatic way the token just to prevent losses.
Yeah, so I wonder how long typically the holding period for the Sniper when they would take the profit.
On average, we are talking about hours. Depend by 2-3 hours, not more.
So
it's difficult that this goes over 1 day.
Okay, so I just wonder why if you are doing IPO, why you don't like these Sniper bots because they create excess volatility within the day. That would be thank you.
You do really great talk. I like it's really clear.
Thank you.
I had 3 questions. First, it's just I was wondering, the Sniper bots who use the scam protection, what's the proportion? Like, is it more a 10% or a 20%? Just because
if I don't remember, sorry.
Many tokens are scams. Like they're meant to be.
Many tokens, especially on the Binance Smart chain, it's not the token is a scam, but the actions performed on the liquidity pool. I'm talking about rug pools, and less than 10%. Now I can't remember the exact number, but there are few. Not so much Sniper bot use these methods to try to prevent to buy what we have called scam.
Interesting. The addresses you found, how did you know they were related to sniperbots?
What?
The addresses that you had on Binance.
Oh, okay. We use very conservative thresholds. This means that to be considered an address, I'm sorry, a sniperbot, an address must have been sniped more than 5 liquidity pools, but at the same time, all the transactions that it performs must be occurred on maximum 5 blocks from the availability. So we have, of course, addresses that just performed 5 sniping web operations, but especially on the Binance Smart Chain, we have addresses that perform over 170,000 sniping operations.
So there aren't any link between the GitHub accounts you investigated and the addresses.
No, at the moment, no.
Yeah. I guess it's my field again that comes like always back, but to what extent do you think that sniperbots can contribute to pump and dumps? Do you know what pump and dumps are?
Yeah.
Like, do you think they're like a major player, or are they victims of pump and dumps, or do they actually do it?
Okay, it's
Yeah.
just my opinion because
Just your opinion.
I think that they contribute a lot in this
Do you
case.
think that the people behind the pump and dump might build sniperbots to automatically create the pumps?
I think both. This means that also who perform pump dump, but the sniper bots are, especially the multi-target sniper bots, are the victim of the pump and dump
As well.
because they see maybe a new token or some kind of special transaction that trigger the actions. So they are both the scammer and the victim.
It'd be interesting to analyze that.
Yeah,
To know whether they are victims or the scammer. Eventually.
we are working on it.
Yeah.
You heard.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're good on time. Are there any other questions I would have?
So I just wondered how these snap bots exactly work. I mean, is it an off-chain bot? So is it a program that runs on a computer and then like interacts with an API with an exchange, or do they create a transaction then? So how does it work? Do you just elaborate, and are there differences? Are there different snap bots?
Even in this case, they are both of the types. So they can be on-chain that are dedicated totally to a new address created for the use of sniper bots, or they use API to get the data, the necessary data, and then pass it to do and how I can say use an address to perform the actions, but is just a tunnel from the off-chain to the in-chain address.
Okay,
I don't know.
they have like an account on Ethereum and perform like the transaction directly, or are they doing it via an centralized exchange?
No, they perform it direct.
Okay.
Yeah. You must trust the sniper bot because you pass to this program all your sensitive information to perform what you wanna perform with sniper bot. So I think that to use a sniper bot, who use a sniper bot use addresses that are not the main addresses. So if I want to use a sniper bot, I create another addresses to perform the sniping action.
Okay, and the data set of the GitHub repositories, do you make it public?
We are not making public, but if you
could share it.
Yeah, we can share it without problem. I think I need to talk to, but for me there isn't problem to share it.
Then, thank you very much again. Let's thank the speaker.